are theoretically live. Clicking on things to see if things are doing the things, and
Live.
huzzah! Live. Excellent. Welcome to Roll for Severity session 64? That sounds about right. 64.
Yeah, 64.
5 away from nice. But this is our OG, this is the OG campaign, one of our homebrew D&D adventures. We play every second Sunday, usually at 5 p.m. PST, right here at twitch.tv/roll4severity. Swapping week by week between the OG campaign run by myself and the MW campaign run by Miss Wolfinger. That one takes place at noon PST on the in-between weeks. If you're looking to rewatch episodes or catch up on past episodes, subscribers have access to the VODs immediately after they air over in our channel's VODs. For those who aren't subscribers, episodes are usually uploaded to YouTube about a week after they initially air, when I remember. You can find us on YouTube by searching Roll for Severity, or there's a link somewhere down below the stream. I apologize for last week's audio because I had an echo running through the entire fucking session. So, and I looked in to see if there's a way of fixing it. There's not. But I'm Thomas Kegel with the aim for this campaign. I'm joined by my fantastic players, Not Nathan, Jamie, and Mel. Jeanette is out today. Before we get underway, a few quick things to go over. One, each month we donate a portion of income generated by Roll for Severity to charity, including from direct donations, bits, subscriptions, and sales from the store. This month's charity is still the JED Foundation, a non-profit group that exists to support mental health and suicide prevention of teens and young adults. For more information on the JED Foundation, you can check out their website, jedfoundation.org, or on Twitter at jedfoundation. Speaking of the store, it is up on tpublic.com/user/roll4severity, or there is a link somewhere down below the stream. I think that's all from us. And I believe, Mel, the MW campaign is back up and running for next week, correct?
Yes.
Spiffy. Yeah, we had to take a couple sessions off just because people were in other countries and then work was chaotic, and yeah, so we should be back next week with that one. So without further ado to my players.
Life finds a way.
The fuck happened last time?
We fought a bunch. Well, okay, so we tried to unleash the curse thing on the orb of Katsura, or like dispel it, or like get it to leave.
Try to purify the orb.
Yeah, that and a bunch of angry elves.
Yes.
It was a trap.
I'm pretty well. No, it wasn't a trap. It's they
It
were
was a
watching
trap!
us, and they all tried to kill us, and then one of them turned into an ungodly, horrifying monster, which was
It was a trap.
Which was very questionable to fight. There was almost death. I don't think anyone actually died.
There was
a lot of crab death.
It was a crap.
There was a lot of crab murder, so there was death, just not in the party.
It was a all I could think of the whole time was a very, very, very old animation from Newgrounds. I'm aging myself, where it was
Newgrounds still exists, so
I know, but like it's been a while. But it was like a Metal Gear Solid one for like Metal Gear Solid 3, and it was like crab battle, and it's basically all I remember.
See, my mind just went to the Genji 2, where it's like a lot of these fights are based on actual historical fights in Japan. And then the next scene was fighting the giant enemy crab in its weak point for massive damage.
Yeah, makes sense.
That was a treat. Yeah, Mel turned into a giant fucking crab.
We managed to, I think, purify the orb. We
finished the combat. We don't know.
Oh, that's true. They were trying to mess it up, and I think we halted them interfering. So I guess fingers crossed that the orb is actually safe and sound.
All right.
That was...
Anything else? Wait,
No, just a crazy combat.
They also split the party immediately before the combat started?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
They sent their tank downstairs? And then brought the stairs up?
Right. Sorry, Syl. We're dumb.
Decisions were made. And as a DM, I was just sitting there, just like, oh no. They're about to, like, have the tankiest character leave all the squishies upstairs. Oh no!
Well, you literally could have done it in any scenario we had theorized, and it would have been perfectly legitimate for you to do.
Oh, 100%. Like, the strategy itself was sound. Like, it made perfect logical sense. But I'm just sitting there looking at my notes of, like, this is where they're all coming from.
Yep.
Because
Who needs a tank?
The elves did not realize that Sylvania had gone downstairs. Anyways. So as the party is sitting there, letting themselves recuperate after the attack from the elves, one of which had turned into a large monstrosity after disturbing the gems that the corruption was flowing into. Is the party, like, did this happen? The attack had happened about 20 minutes into you waiting, or into the ritual, which takes an hour. Is there anything that the party was wanting to do during the next 40 minutes before the ritual ends?
Theo's gonna lay on the ground and just catch his breath.
Okay.
Seems legit.
Just kind of lay there. Because I think I'm tapped. Yeah, I'm tapped.
We don't have a map, do we? Can I climb the wall and just go scouting?
Yeah, Kay would like to loot the corpse of the giant unwieldy monster thing. Or if not, at least cut it into tiny pieces and see if he can save any of the, questionable bits.
What?
Yeah.
Or questionably valuable bits.
Okay, there we go. I was like, why do you want the questionable bits?
The questionable bits. I don't know what this doohickey is.
I mean, let's be clear. Kay still has an entire pocket in his backpack dedicated to the weird-ass spines that he grew out of his body.
True.
At some point, I'm reasonably sure Kay is going to ask a blacksmith to grind them into dust and apply them to some arrowheads.
I was gonna say,
we don't know what's
sticking your toenails in a jar.
We don't. That's the thing. We don't know. We don't actually know.
Keep in jars.
Sorry.
We have no way of knowing if
Sorry.
if I'm keeping toenails in my pocket or something much worse. Okay.
No, it's just gonna be like the beating heart of a thing. Like I do mean it's like a heart, and just like every once in a while it just goes.
Yeah. I mean, what is it? Kratos carries what's his name's head latched to his belt to talk to them. So really, of weird things to carry around go, we haven't even scratched the surface of entertainment here.
I mean, that's very true. Okay, so
yeah.
Kay, you're wanting to attempt to hack apart the monster and see if there's anything interesting. So give me a survival check.
Love that for me.
Actually, what's your are you proficient in would it be Arcana that I'd be looking at?
The answer is probably no.
Sorry, I did not have freaking D&D Beyond.
Oh no, this is fine. Survival was the route of which I was excited to take.
Oh, for sure. I'm still going to be getting you to roll a survival check. Yeah, do you have proficiency on Arcana?
No.
I think the Arcana is whether to know that the spleen-looking thing that looked like it had a baby with teeth is important.
Yes.
It's, is it magical?
Oh no.
I rolled a 16.
Spleen with baby with teeth. Oh no.
16's good.
No.
16 is reasonable for a dissection.
So, you kind of go to you're not entirely sure what all the heck this thing is. So you kind of go to your defaults of teeth and claws are probably good. It didn't have much in the way of claws, but by golly, those tentacles hurt. You do end up salvaging 4 large teeth from this creature. So put in add them into your inventory as 4 corrupted teeth. And you carve open a couple of the tentacles to see if there's anything inside. You did note the tentacles do have similar spines as to what was growing out of your arm. And you do end up keeping one of the tentacles, so one corrupted tentacle.
Kitty. While Kay is gallivanting about with a corpse, I'm just gonna hop on, like, presuming I can climb one of the walls that's kind of busted in and just sort of look out.
You can go through the same holes that the elves came in through.
Yeah, perfect.
Just because they're no longer blocked by the barrier. So yeah, you go and
which is around the orb.
Take a look out. Give me a perception check.
You betcha. 17.
17. Looking around, you're not seeing any signs of the elves that ran off. And you're fairly certain that the ones that had escaped are not like there isn't like another group there currently.
So no signs of a camp or anything, like a little. Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, no indications that there is another group in wait or a settlement of any kind there.
I mean, you probably traumatized them. They could probably never look at
a crab again.
A crawfish or a crab or anything like that ever.
See, either that or they're going to eat every crab they see.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're not the best of me. You're not the best of me. Thousands of crabs. They're just crying alone on the beach.
Did Dog take any significant damage during that fight? I don't recall.
I
feel like
I don't believe Dog did, because Dog chased after the one archer who then buggered off.
Right, I feel like Dog had a really lackadaisy combat, but Syl would probably be looking
Dog sat there and waited, and then didn't go and attack the person after the. It's like, follow them. And Dog walked over and sat down beside them again. And
I followed them.
I mean, Dog is a cat. An octopus, so in character.
It's like, I followed your instructions to the word. I followed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just imagine Syl's kind of checking Dog over and maybe berating Dog a little bit.
Alrighty. And Theo is laying down, just...
He was laying on the ground going, why did we split up the party? Why did we do that? Also, I'm gonna give you a crab? When did that happen?
Level 4.
I learned not to ask questions.
Definitely not level 4. Level 4 spells.
Yeah, level 4 spell.
Level 4 spells.
I mean, if you've been doing that since level 4, then I'm pretty sure the party has questions as to why you haven't just been insta-winning fights with giant enemy crab.
Right? Why are you turning into a bear?
Could you do that the whole time? Yeah.
Nope.
Bears suck, apparently. Crabs are where it's at.
In the end, all becomes crab.
All becomes crab. I'll probably, as I'm, laying there on my back, I'll, look over at Irithane. Is Irithane doing well?
Irithane is still in his meditative stance inside the bubble.
Okay, good, cool. Excellent. Let's just...
Once Kay is done, dissecting the corpse.
Yeah.
He's going to go up to all of the other elven bodies that are scattered throughout the room and loot their pockets.
Okay. Actually, one thing is, before you leave the giant tentacle monster, as you're carving open the chest cavity, you do find some remnants of, broken and twisted remnants of the original body of the elf.
Ew.
It doesn't get you anything, but the body was definitely mutilated in the transformation, but some of it still existed. As you go around looting the other bodies, roll me a investigation check.
Is that what was going to happen to Kay if we didn't hack off his arm? Was he going to turn into one of those things?
That's a very good question. I'm glad you asked. 13.
13.
Ooh.
You don't find a whole lot. You find some rations. You find a bunch of arrows. Most of the, some of them, some of the archers had bows, of course. Though the bow that you currently have built into your arm is better suited for you.
You don't say.
And the swords that the Malians had, they're nothing special, nothing magical.
Cool.
You get the feeling that the person who probably had the most valuable gear is probably the leader, and it got mulched when he transformed.
Yeah, cool. That's fine.
I have another question.
Yes.
When the elves attacked, they attacked because we've been desecrating their lands, right? Or did they attack because we came to the temple? What was their big hang up with us?
We had a battle cry.
As they had attacked you.
'Cause I think they told us why, but then I was busy getting shot.
Something about this place being us doing something very questionable in a sacred place, I think.
Okay.
They had said, you've desecrated these holy ground with your footsteps, as has this child who leads you.
Okay, so this is probably about the temple and not about the tree noodles.
Yes. That's
Yes, you
very
did
true.
turn a big section of the forest into floppy limp noodles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we don't know if they recovered or not.
Yeah.
You do
So
not,
they're
because
pissed
you've not
about the
been back
temple.
to it yet. Or the tree that Annah lit on fire.
I said sorry.
Yes, of the various things that we have done that have gone wrong in this forest, which one were they mad at us for?
Okay,
Was it
they just don't want us in the
that
temple.
Sylvania blew up? Was it the noodle tree? Was it trying to light the trees on fire?
Yeah, we've done a lot.
Was it all those people that monkey killed?
Yeah, Dax had a pleasurable night.
Dax was great. Love him. He's my friend.
Okay, sorry. That was all. I just couldn't remember exactly what spurned their attack.
Yep, all good. Yeah, they shouted. They shot you and then started shouting.
Right.
Goes in time. Where's number 3?
We're waiting for it.
It's coming. Oh no, it's gone.
You got away. You scared it away.
Yeah, Jimmy usually sneezes in sets of 3.
Allergy shots at the beginning.
So anyways, so as the is there anything else people want to do before the ritual completes?
Nah, I've looted the bodies. We've already examined this room.
I think Sarah's probably gonna come closer and just kind of sit on the floor and just watch everyone kind of move around.
Yeah, Anna will take a spot closer when she's reasonably certain there's no danger outside, and just wait for the ritual to end. Sit cross-legged.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm possibly worried about is one got away, right?
There was 2 or 3 that ran.
2?
We can never come back to this forest. They will definitely remember us.
Well,
How many did we kill? We killed a few of them.
Kay
1,
is going
2,
to
3,
actively
4,
state
5,
before we
6,
leave.
and a tentacle monster.
Yeah.
Before we leave, I have something you need to check out first.
Me? All right.
Yes, Theo.
Yes.
Theo's the smart one. Earthane might be able to help too. But there's some ruins that I found with the help of Dax. Well, that Dax found for me. But hey.
So the remainder of the ritual appears to go off without a hitch. As you watch the remaining trails of purple miasma trickle across the lines on the floor, gradually reaching the gems and coalescing around them, a black dome-like aura envelops the top of each pedestal, surging and convulsing violently. And after about 30 seconds of this, the domes kind of break apart into wisps of smoke and fade away. Everything that was sitting on top of those pedestals has been burnt away to nothingness. Not even ash remains. Which means all those corrupted crystals are now gone. You see Earthane kind of slump down in the center of the shield sphere as the barrier does start to fade. He's breathing very heavily and slowly as he stands to his feet, stumbling a little bit. And you can see in his hands the orb of Katsura. Where once black torrents of energy were seen violently thrashing about inside is now a more gentle ebb and flow of violet energy swirling about inside. As he kind of takes a moment and gets his bearings again, he looks about and suddenly in shock as he sees this monstrosity slain and
In pieces.
butchered in front of him.
It's probably best you don't ask about that.
What? I've got to ask. What?
You were attacked while you were doing the ritual.
Yeah, do you remember the like wild forest elves that we ran into?
Yes.
Oh, apparently they took issue with us.
Specifically you, because you
Yeah.
lead us. You're desecrating their holy
Apparently
space.
you're our leader now. It's news to us too, but still.
That makes no sense.
And well, yeah, and so we
Oh God, there's
we had to fight back.
how many of them did you murder? What? It's
A bit.
Seven.
The elves.
To be fair,
Seven.
they were trying to murder us first. So we didn't. It wasn't like they appeared and then we went, oh, kill them. No. They were definitely shots fired. They shot first. This is no hand shot first, Greedo shot first bullshit. They definitely shot first.
Mo, can you raise your mic up a little bit? You're breathing into the mic. Thank you. And he's kind of like stopping and he is going to investigate the elves. Oh, actually got a natural 19 on that.
They said something to us? What did they say to us as they were yelling?
We're desecrating this place with our footsteps, as does the one who leads you.
Yeah, what Kay said.
They called you a child.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, by all accounts, I am still young.
Yeah.
As are you, in motions to Theo.
Yeah, are you older than me or younger than me?
How old are you?
How old are you?
No, I'm as a DM, I'm asking.
No, how old are you?
I'm trying to find Irathane's age.
He's
Irathane's
looking for an out.
Irathaine is 104.
Oh, you're older than me. Oh shit, I am the child here.
Yeah, I was actually going through my notes. It's like, I have Irathane's age here, and he's 140.
Yeah.
He does kind of like roll over one of the elves, and he finds on the back of their neck a tattoo of a pair of arrows entwined in thorns.
Ooh.
Oh dear, these elves are part of the Vithramil clan.
The who?
Vithramil. Vithramel. They call themselves the Protectors of the Woods and hunt outsiders or any who they feel are desecrating holy elven land.
They
Or really,
definitely don't like
land,
us
for that
then.
matter. They're, as far as I'm aware, they're more a cult than anything.
Oh.
Like, while the elves in Shelmist may not be as welcoming to outsiders as they are to other elves, they at least allow those who have broken laws to stand trial, whereas Vithramil clan simply takes it upon themselves to execute their own justice for perceived slights, which is usually through execution.
Well, they try to execute and I'm gonna point to the tentacle monster.
You still have not explained this.
Let's just,
Well, we don't have answers. We don't know how to explain it.
You were doing things, and then he touched some of the gems, and the next thing you knew, giant tentacle monster.
No. Kay is going to actively walk over to the corpse, and he's going to lift up the flaps that have clearly existed to show what remains of the clearly disfigured elf inside. You watch turned into this.
And like turns away, trying to stop himself from puking. It's like,
you asked.
Okay, so they didn't summon it. One of them transformed.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Not like how Annah transforms. By the way, she became a crab this time. It was pretty glorious.
A crab? Like,
just don't worry. Don't worry about it. I'm sure if you're no
like
crab.
Like.
See, part of me.
I imagine.
I love the fact that I was like crab, and it's still smaller than everyone else there, except for Sylvania.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine.
So, you turned into a crab, and they attacked.
It exploded into a... Oh, no. Well, no. They attacked first. Anna turned into a crab in self-defense. You know, combat happens as it does. Dude Bro got overwhelmed, I guess, by the fact that he was actively losing, because we're great. And
we were kicking their ass.
Turned into that.
It was dicey there for a moment because, Syl decided to hang out downstairs, and so she had to find a way back upstairs, but we were kicking ass.
Still, begrudgingly, just, getting Dog to adjust to being normal size again, I would assume.
Yeah, because Sylvania used Enlarge on Dog.
Yes, yeah. And based on the map, Dog is still enlarged. So that's the conversation I'm having mentally in my head right now. Dog is just gigantic.
Yeah, so Sylvania's moving plates and trying to reset some of the gears to shrink Dog back down to normal size. Well, I apparently have missed out on a great deal of excitement. I guess you would.
It's probably for the best. Probably for the best.
I 100% agree. And he kind of
looks.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say it looks like you were successful, though.
It appears to be so. The orb does seem to have been restored to its original state. And now it's just a matter of determining what to do with it. I feel that some, especially amongst Nodlive, would wish the orb turned over to the city itself, though I feel that if that is done, it would simply be placed upon a shelf in someone's collection, and once again just be lost to time. Artifacts like this are not bestowed upon the world for it to sit and collect dust.
Are you saying you want us to take the orb?
Kay is actively gonna walk up to the orb and pick it up, because he's gonna be like, this thing has caused me such grief.
I do believe that the orb is better served in your care than being turned over to the temples. At least in your care it would be used. It was...
That begs the question, how do we use it?
That... It works like a spellcasting focus. Though exclusively for healing spells. So you can cast a healing spell using this as your focus instead, though it is because it's still basketball-sized orb, a little bit unwieldy. So in combat might be a little bit rougher because you'll have to be able to hold on to it. But you can use it as a spellcasting focus, and it increases the healing from the spells.
I mean, we can always do with more healing.
I mean, we could always find someone who could better use it than our party as well. But like right now is Kay's actively gonna be like, I won't give this back. Do you know how much effort it has been? How long this has been a part of my life now?
Well, all things considered, while there are those in Nodalive who would undoubtedly make the decision to bring it back to Nodalive, they are not here, so the fate of the orb is mine. And I would rather see it used. You say that perhaps someone else may be able to make more use of it, which, if that is the case, then that is the case. But at that point, it'd be your judgment for that. If you are going to take the orb, you will need to know the ritual to purify it. And Earsthane goes and like pulls the paper, starts copying down the ritual, the components needed onto fresh paper.
Just in case we need to do this again
in a year.
Oh God!
Yearly.
Yes, the ritual is supposed to be used on the orb every year to basically purify anything that is taken into itself over the course of that year. Now, granted, it's the state that it was in. It had been lost for hundreds of years, so it was significantly more potent.
What I'm hearing is things don't escalate quickly with this, but we should probably take care of it. Got it.
Yes, that is essentially it.
It's like a Tamagotchi. Every once in a while, you just gotta make sure you push the button to feed it.
Yeah.
And
Otherwise,
put it to bed.
it dies.
Otherwise, it dies.
Yeah, it's more of a Tamagotchi, not a Neopet.
It's a Tamagotchi, not a Neopet, exactly.
But yeah, he copies down the ritual for Theo. So Theo, you now know the ritual to purify the orb.
Oh boy.
It requires 200 gold worth of gems and an hour of time to complete.
That's not too bad. All things considered.
Who is taking the orb?
I have a bag of holding.
Yeah, I'm as much as Kay wants to carry it, it is a basketball-sized orb. So I think for now, leaving it in Anna's bag of holding is probably the best care.
Okay.
For it. Also,
inventory.
It's either that or it exists with like someone who knows a healing spell, which I think is
Anna.
Theo or
Anna.
Well, technically Kay knows one too, but like that creates bias to put it in Anna's possession because then it's not like literally weighing the rest of us down.
All right, so Anna, I have added the Orb of Katsura to your inventory.
Great. I have a fancy basketball.
So the Orb of Katsura is for the most part, it's a light purple orb, about a foot in diameter, with violet flows of arcane energy moving around within it. It doubles the healing effect of a healing spell that uses the Orb of Katsura as a spellcasting focus. So you basically roll your dice for your healing spell, add whatever modifiers, and then double the end value. It also has 3 additional effects, or 3 charges that can be expended once per day, and they recover at dawn. And each charge can be used to perform one of any of these 3 actions. You can remove 1 level of exhaustion, recover 1d10 hit points, or grant a character 10 temporary hit points.
10. Okay.
All of that is included on the item in your inventory now. It's
Cool.
in your inventory in D&D Beyond.
For the ritual, did we have to come back here?
No, the ritual can be performed anywhere.
Okay.
The reason why you had to come here was this is where the actual, the notes of how the ritual is performed in all
Yeah.
of the rune circles and all that kind of stuff was held.
Put it in my notes.
So, to the rest of you, what is your plan now?
Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
Oh, a couple of things. One of which, I found some really interesting runes on my way here that I want to show Theo and maybe you. You might be interested in it. It looked old Elven-ish. But I'm not that great with Elven, so maybe
Sylvan.
you guys can figure it out. Sylvan, sorry. There you go. I'm not as good with this language as I wish I was. So I figured I'd see if you guys knew anything about it, because it looked quite interesting. And then we are heading east.
Well,
Across
first I
the
think we
sea.
should probably bring you home and
Yes.
then head east.
Yes.
Though, well, as far as me getting home, that I can manage.
But they're sharks.
There's
I'm
four sharks.
gonna watch Irithane pull out a bullshit mass teleportation scroll and be like, bitches!
Also,
See,
we
not
just
quite
killed
just
a bunch of
teleport, but
cultists.
Not quite, but almost. He does actually pull out a couple scrolls. It's like I can get back because I know the way. Because I know which route I'm going, but it was getting here that I couldn't exactly take all of you through. And he holds up scrolls of what is it?
Do you know the way?
Yeah, do you know the way?
He pulls out a couple scrolls of tree stride. So
Oh.
So he can basically go from tree to tree along his way back quickly and safely. It's just a matter of he can take him, not everyone else.
Okay, fair enough.
So if the concern is like if taking me back is inconvenient, I can make do to get myself there.
I'm pretty sure any boats traveling east, we still have to head through the city anyways.
Well, it depends on where you're trying to get to.
Can we bring up the world map
need
for a
the
sec?
world map for that.
Yep.
Yeah, we need the world map. We need the map.
As I zoom and enhance multiple
Zoom and
times.
enhance. Zoom and enhance. I'm assuming you're trying to get. Are you trying to get to Githorum in the end? Is that your goal?
Well, yes, we are going to Githorum because based on Kay taking the reins of this entire party for the foreseeable future, and caring about his plotline specifically, I believe we needed to go to, was it Dusk? This one.
Yeah, I think we have to go. I think the way the closest port from there would be
It was
Androsen.
Anderson. Yeah. So
Yes.
we're going south and then east.
Yeah, that was where we were planning on heading, is there, because I believe when we discussed this last, you said there was a boat that goes from here to here that we could take, and
Yeah.
Hey is like, the party is going this way now, friends.
Yeah, if you ventured to Androsen, you would be able to get a boat that could take you across Githorum, whether down to Dusk or up to Northern Githorum. That depends on where you want to go. The city that had been mentioned was the one that Ithariel had told you, which was... Oh, that. There we go. Kalar was the city that sounded familiar to you.
Was the one that sounded familiar to me, but also
The nearest major city was Dusk.
Yes. So, yeah. Dusk is there, because also, Eldritch Horror Dude Bro is like, go that way, you'll learn more about yourself. So, And Kay currently has questions, and Theo has questions. I don't know if the entire party knows Kay's backstory at this point. I know Theo does, because Theo berated him for a list of questions, and was like, "What the fuck is wrong?" Yes, because I came out like in a fucking daze, being like, "I am somewhere that isn't here," and you were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? You are not. What have you done with Kay?" And I just unloaded a bunch of facts from an Eldritch god, and you were like, "Wait, hold on, an Eldritch god told you this?" And then you just kind of went for a bit of a trip because you learned a lot more than you were expected to from that conversation.
As happens.
Well, yeah. So, Kay is like, "That's where we're going. We've done things for everybody else. It's my turn, damn it." And Orb benefited us all and was on the way, so it made sense.
Well, if you're heading to Androsen, then heading back up to Nodalive would actually be the opposite direction you'd be needing to go, since you'll be heading southeast.
Fair enough.
So, would you rather we part here, or do you want to come to the mysterious ruins?
Unless you're sick of us.
Like, Kay's gonna be like, they're like an hour or two away. They're not honestly very far.
It was like half a day, but close enough.
Yeah.
I'd say that not much can go wrong in that time, but this group has proven otherwise.
Say it. You can say it.
Well,
You're done with
blown up and we
it.
turned part of the forest into noodles, so
You know, you can say it. It's okay.
I believe I just
I think
did.
it too sometimes.
I think I might be safest heading back.
Probably wise.
Though, you kind of looks over the group. It's like, it might be a good idea to rest up and heal up a bit before you head out. Looks at Anna, who's like, just like still gigantic bite wound across her shoulder. It's like, it might be best to patch yourselves up before you head out. Just with how often strange things seem to happen around you.
Yeah.
And speaking of strange things, how likely is this Vithramil group bound to intervene if we go trouncing through some ruins?
It depends on if they spot you, I suppose. It also depends on whether they deem those ruins as holy ground, or whether or not they just take it as a slight.
Gotcha.
It's hard to tell.
Bit of a toss-up then. Okay.
But all things considered, it kind of looks at the bodies again and kind of shudders a bit. It's like, you do seem capable of holding your own. Looks at the abomination again. Is like,
Well, hopefully we don't see them.
I hope so.
Rather not murder a group.
Or if they come back, you just turn into a giant crab again, and hopefully they remember. And they next thing you know, they hear Kill Bill sirens, and they run away.
All right. We'll try that first.
Step 1, giant enemy crab. Step 2,
Yeah.
raid sirens.
Yeah.
Step 3, murder.
Step 3, murder.
Uh,
Definitely, though, before we are moving, we need at least a short rest would be good.
If not more.
If not, I think definitely a short rest, and then probably I personally think a trounce out of these ruins because I'm sick of them, and then I put up the dome. If anyone is thinking, unless people think that maybe in the ruins is still safest.
Also, Kate, could you turn on the light, considering everything is now dark around?
Yeah, I'm willing to concede.
Uh,
But yes, I do think a short rest and then a long rest to at least hobble
Yeah,
so we can go with
it's
him.
still relatively early on in the day on account of you basically woke up, raided the room, and then came up here for the ritual.
started.
Yeah, like
No, we're tired, Aaron. We're tired.
I know.
I would like a short rest and then to leave.
Yeah, like a short rest and then walk towards the runes I found. I think is probably worthwhile.
Also, no,
and
it was an altar, not runes.
Sorry, there was an altar of sorts that was some strange-looking rocks. Either way,
It was a strange pile of rocks, which is exactly what Kay asked Dax to bring him to.
100% it was. Yes, can confirm. But it looked magical in origin, and I wanted to show Theo, so we're going to show Theo.
Fair enough. So, party's taking a short rest and healing up. Are you using the Orb of Katsura for healing up?
Do we want to give it a go?
I mean, short rest is how many hit die?
As many as you want to spend?
As many as you want to spend, yeah.
Cool. Well, then I'm good.
I rolled a 1, so I'm gonna re-roll that.
I'm gonna roll my one bard hit die, which is also a D8.
I'm gonna roll 4d10.
Oh, I didn't even see what that was.
I guess I need to do it in here. Rather than D&D Beyond was like, confirm, and then it rolled some die, but I realized that probably doesn't work, so I'll just do it here.
Yeah, so we're just gonna roll 2d8. I got 12 hit points back, yeah.
Alright, definitely re-rolling that one.
That moment when I'm like, we haven't used short rests in a while, I'm probably not worried about how many healing
13.
points or how many healing
I get
dice I'm using.
my warlock spell slots back, but I don't get my bard slots back.
Yep. Which means I'm still free of Bane.
No, you're not.
Oh, that's a warlock spell?
I can because of the way magic works,
Yeah,
I
you
can use
cast
a
it for
warlock
using either
spell.
spell slots. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's why the coffee lock is hilarious. Yeah. If you ever want to make a horribly, horribly broken character, Sorlock. And then you just need you need a spell that allows you to remove exhaustion, and then you don't sleep. Ever.
Yeah.
It's the coffee lock. Though any cruel DM, such as myself, would just start making you roll psychic damage every time. It's like there is a certain. It's like, well, you may not be physically exhausted anymore. There's only so much time your brain can spend without deep processing everything before it just starts eating itself. I have been there.
You become Cortana. Think yourself to death.
Yeah.
Think yourself to death.
Alrighty. So the party heals up. Did you end up using the Orb of Katsura at all?
Oh.
I
don't think any of us did. Does somebody want to quickly roll for Syl?
Oh, right. Let's do the Orb of Katsura for Syl. So 1d10.
Yeah.
Off the hop for Sylvania. For a whopping 10.
Woohoo.
I should bring up Syl's sheet in D&D Beyond.
Because I don't think Syl had taken much... No, Syl's full health.
Oh. Who wants to take that 10? Theo?
I'm at... Okay, yeah, that puts me at max.
Let's do it.
Who's not at... But, like, what are you... Are you,
I'm 5 points from max.
Okay, and Anna is...
I'm at 19 health points.
You should take that then, because I'm 8 from max.
Alright,
you
I
should
will
take
take it.
Theo's like, I'm 8 from max. And it's just like, I'm 8.
Yeah, no. You take that.
I'll take it. So that's 1 charge. We are at 1 of 3 right now.
Okay. When we get to town, I'll buy 200 gold pieces worth of gems just to have in our back pocket for the ritual and
In a year.
in a year.
God.
Yeah, that's not something that has to be like, we need this right now. In a year, you need to have obtained them.
Yeah.
In each town, I'll just buy 10 gold pieces worth of gems. Be like, oh, look at this pretty sapphire. That's ritual worthy.
Meanwhile, in
Look
Mel's
at this-
campaign, I roar
look at
into
this
town and just
rose box.
destabilize the local economy by dumping a whole boatload of gold on it.
For no reason.
I wanted diamonds. I mean,
Diamonds
to
are
be fair, I
important.
need the diamonds to keep people alive, but
Diamonds are a healer's best friend.
Rest.
yeah. So
Forget girls.
it wasn't Rogue destabilizing the local
You
economy
know?
for shits and giggles.
The barbarians are glad to die for love.
The gaslighting the town the next day when I did it again was for shits and giggles.
I want to transform that song now into a D&D song.
Please do.
Alrighty, so the party takes some time and heals up before getting ready to head out. Kay, you're leading the way, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Roll me a survival check for working your way back there.
22.
22. You never let the path leave your mind. You use like, I know exactly where I have to go to get back here.
This was
and the entire time
this
you're in the
was
temple,
the-
like, every little bit you just refreshing your mind of like, this is the route we have to go because I'm going to get them there.
Yes, it is.
And so it does take about half a day's journey to walk there.
You're forgetting something.
What?
If you're not going to ask me about it, we have to cross a river.
We do.
Uh-oh.
We'll get to
that
the river
bad?
in a moment. But as you're going along, you get a message from Cran. As you're going along, it's like, customers wondering when next kick promo happening.
We almost killed people and they want more?
It was quality entertainment. I don't even know if many of them thought their lives were actually in danger.
What do we say to Cran?
To be honest, that one drunk guy
Uh,
just walloped on that cake.
Kay is going to respond. It'll be an annual tradition on every
Anniversary
Like,
of
to
the
celebrate-
reopening.
Of opening.
yes.
The reopening.
Because Kay's like,
We'd have to find a. Does this mean if the next cake isn't a bloody mimic, people are going to be disappointed?
I don't know.
Do we have to? How do we go farther than a mimic?
Do we need to go farther than a mimic?
I
Or
don't
can
want
you-
to, but do we have to?
Can you just attempt baking with Cran again, and we'll see what happens?
I do know where I got the ingredients from. I might be able to find more of that stuff with bite.
The tickleberry.
Oh,
That was it.
yeah.
We'll get an earring.
Except this time, when we put up the cake, we're gonna put up like some barriers. We're going to move the tables away from the cake.
Oh,
We're going to put up some barriers.
No. There's a there is a sign on the door that says "Enter at your own risk." That's it. That's all you get. You are being warned. If you enter our establishment, what happens to you is on you.
We should have had that from the get-go.
Well, see, the thing
You
is, like,
want a piece of cake? You have to bloody kill it yourself.
Yep, join in the cake hunt. But I think it was Sylvania and Kay afterwards had like tried to pass it off as like this was all part of the this is all intentional. This is all part of the opening, and then you gave the people who got attacked by the cake free drinks. So
Oh,
as far as
we
they're aware,
did.
it's like this is this planned. This is this is their promo. Which is why they want to know when it's happening again.
Yeah.
Really.
You know what? This can be a yearly thing where we make weird fancy cake and we put on a show and we murder a cake in front of everyone. That's actually better yet. You know what? Now that people know what the show, we can ask for audience participation. We can ask the audience to get involved in killing the cake this time.
It's true.
I mean, the drunk guy
Yeah.
did get involved in killing the cake.
He did. I almost died. I had to heal him.
I mean, but that's fine. It's just like we can ask for audience members to take a part in the event if they're NPCs or if they're actually strong characters that Aaron has made for us as the
Great.
DM.
We
Who
create
knows?
We create a cake pit in the basement. And
I
instead of like
in the basement.
horrible
and-
like dog fighting or
Oh
rooster
my god!
fighting, it's just beating up cake.
Zix is the announcer.
In
Zix
this
oversees
ring,
the fight.
we have the
Ladies
Black
and gentlemen.
Forest Gatto. In this corner,
What if
we have
we get
Brave.
two cakes? They fight each other.
Does that become like a better cake? Does like if a vanilla and a chocolate cake mimic eat each other?
Is that how you
Does
get
that
layered
become
cake?
like a yeah? Does that become like, or does it become a marble cake?
Weird.
What's red velvet or chocolate? Spoiler alert, they're the same thing.
Oh,
You know what? We'll shelve that. We'll shelve that idea. We'll discuss it at the next staff meeting. How about that?
yeah. We'll talk when we come back, Cran.
In the meantime, just I don't know, serve them cupcakes.
I will try. But as Kay said,
Or salted
annual
nuts.
tradition. I can
Annual
let you know.
tradition. What is our cook's name?
Which one?
Fuck. The one we hired permanently, not the one that's helping. What's her name?
It's a lady.
Yeah, she's sweet.
She's
a
sweet.
Southern Belle.
She's Southern, yeah, we like her.
One
Yeah, that's why we pay
moment.
her.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting her name.
She brought
off the top of
cookies.
my head.
Which is fine. I just want to ask Cran how she's doing, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just looking up the staff. Currently, you have hired. Oh, come on, hiring. Nira is the permanent one, and Borble was the Kenku,
Yes,
who you
Borble.
hired on to help out for the few months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
How is Nira?
Nira doing well. Mostly keeping up with staff, or with orders. Borble helping. Borble giving lots of tips.
Excellent. I wanted to make sure opening was smooth when we weren't there. Didn't really want to throw the new girl to the wolves. So hopefully Borble helps. Okay.
Alrighty. So, as Kay mentioned, you hit a river. It's a fairly wide river.
Kay immediately walks across without paying attention to the rest of the party.
You just watch Kay just stroll across this river.
It's not a very deep river.
I'm walking on the water.
Oh, fuck you.
Is he the Messiah?
Yeah, Kay
Do
just
you guys
Jesus
not
his way across
remember-
the water?
Let's be very clear. You were all fundamentally aware of the fact that I have an item or a skill that I got from our adventures in the under the dragon water cave shenanigans, where I got boots of water walking, I think.
Is it DM?
Ring of water walking.
Yeah, the ring.
DM, is it bigger than 60 feet across?
No.
Oh, it's not bigger than 60
It is
feet?
not bigger than 60 feet across.
Still, I don't know how we're gonna handle dog, but I can cast fly and carry you and Anna across. Is what I say. But I don't know how we're going to, handle dog. Can dog just swim on its own?
What did Syl do last time? Did Syl just sink immediately to the bottom and just walk across?
That's exactly how they got to the dragon den. Was
Yep.
I'm reasonably certain Syl would probably be like, oh no, it's okay, we'll be fine, and then just does the exact same thing that they did with dog. It's just walk on the bottom.
Is she able to cast like water breathing or
I
something?
can probably get. Ooh, I don't know that I have that prepared, so I can't give her water
Sylvania
breathing.
does not currently have water breathing prepared.
Water breathing, yeah.
And yeah, neither does Anna. Ugh. Are there any fallen trees kind of down the way that we can see?
Roll me a perception check.
Yeah. Because I also don't want to desecrate any trees. Perception.
Yeah.
And I think Syl will look as well. Because this is 19 for Sylvania.
Or I cast fly on dog, and dog
And-
carries all three of us across.
That sounds practical.
I think that's probably what we should do.
So you're casting fly on dog?
Yeah, I'll cast fly on dog. Dog can carry all three of us across. Because I think between Anna and Syl and myself.
Anna and Syl on the back, and Theo by the collar being dragged by the mouth.
The only issue with that though is like Sylvania can ride dog because Sylvania is a small creature,
Yeah.
whereas dog is a medium. You can't have a creature of the same size as your mount.
That's
So
right.
for
Okay. Shit.
Theo and Anna, you would not be able to.
I'm casting fly twice. Is that what I'm doing?
I can
Well,
get
depends-
myself across.
Well,
Can you?
Yeah.
It's still like I still can't. There's still a problem between myself. I can't lift dog. I don't
Right.
know if dog can lift
Question:
me.
Can you make dog gigantic? Can Syl make dog gigantic, and then you cast fly?
Can she cast enlarge again?
Checking.
We're
that
pretty
now.
tapped.
Sylvania does have one spell slot left that could be used to cast enlarge. In which case, enlarging dog and casting fly on dog would work.
The problems.
Hmm. Yeah. I mean, maybe that's the route for you too.
Because what were you planning on doing?
I'll just wild shape into something that can swim.
Can you wild shape? Can you wild shape into a crab again?
Nope,
You can't.
The crab
Okay.
the crab is polymorph.
that was polymorph.
Oh. Okay then. Yeah. So the largest thing that you can transform into
Is bear, I believe.
is bear.
Probably bear.
How big is bear?
A brown bear is. I mean, you could probably ride me as a brown bear.
Yeah.
Yeah, just let me double check, make sure brown bear is in fact considered a large creature. Beasts. Yes, the brown bear is a large beast. So
Okay, then, yeah.
Anna could polymorph into a brown bear, or could wild shape into a brown bear. You can cast fly on the brown bear and have the brown bear
Yeah.
take everyone across as well.
Perfect.
Okay. Yeah. So would the bear be able to?
Not in one
Carry
go,
dog?
but yeah. The
Yeah, I'll
bear could
go
carry
back.
Dog, but
And- Yeah. Okay then. If you want to do that, we can do that.
How long does fly last?
Fly lasts for 10 minutes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna fly everyone across as a bear, and then continue to fly as a bear until that spell ends through the forest.
Yeah. So yeah, it's pretty much like you gain a speed of 60 feet.
Sweet.
So
I
yeah.
I very much imagine that Berna is just going and doing like the breaststroke as they're going.
Basically, how I picture it. I also picture fly like spreading two little furry, teeny tiny brown wings that are not proportionate to the bear size at all, and they're just going like crazy.
Yeah, little
What's a
hummingbird.
bear in
wings.
Zelda?
So can I get a
Hang
wild
on.
surge for fly?
Ooh.
Yeah, you can get a wild surge for fly.
Did
I do not
explode.
wild surge. I do not explode.
Alrighty. So you do manage to Anna or Berna ferries everyone across except for Kay, who's already strolled across. And you continues to fly for the rest of the 10 minutes, just breaststroking their way along through the air.
Love it.
And so as Kay leads the party to the altar, it takes roughly half a day for you to get all the way there. But the altar it's a stone platform that has a archway of stones around it, and there are various runes carved into the stones. The runes are Sylvan in nature, but aren't Sylvan words.
Damn, have we seen an arch like this before?
Roll me a history check.
I was gonna say, particularly before we went into a
Shadowlands?
particular Shadowland.
No, this is not 14. The same kind of archway as the Shadowlands.
Okay.
That one was specifically a portal gate.
Okay.
14. You've heard of these before. These are known as an altar of whimsy.
Ooh. Well, that's an altar of whimsy.
The heck is that?
You can roll me a history or an arcana check.
Sweet. Anna's gonna try her ass off and probably fail, because...
1 second.
Let's see. Between history and arcana. Oh, they're both int-based.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. Nope. 11's across the board.
I rolled a 17.
Sylvania probably want to roll for this one as well.
Ooh, that's a good point. I have her sheet up. I'm guessing arcana. Ooh, sorry, Syl. 13.
Alrighty. So, Theo, once you recognize it's an altar of whimsy, you think back to, what were these? What were these for?
What's this?
They're named after the whimsical nature of the Fae.
Oh.
They're sometimes placed by Fae near areas where the veil between the material plane and the Fae wilds are thin. You do remember that caution should be taken around such objects, as using them may be a gate to the Fae wilds, but can just as easily be a gate to the Fae dark.
Yeah.
And you do remember that they take the area around them with them when they transition.
Yep. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a gate. Created by the Fae. Could go to the Feywild, could go to the Fey Dark. Takes the whole section of it with us when we go. No. I see your little brain working. The answer is no.
Now we have places to be that don't include the Fae.
I may have not been to the Fae or grown up to the Fae like you have, but sir, I have read many books on it and I don't want to go. Don't roll your eyes at me!
Kay will be fine with this because he agreed to go to Androssen and head over to Dusk. So that's kind of where Kay wants to head out. But at this point, it's later in the day. We probably camp here for the night and then head out.
Can we maybe take a few steps away from the fairy arch? I don't like fairies. Have I ever told anyone that? I don't like archfey. I know technically that's crazy because I'm an elf and I'm ancestor of fae, but I don't really like fae.
Yeah, let's go back the way we came, like a good 10 minutes, and then set up the hut.
Yeah, I would prefer that, because the last thing I need is something coming out of this.
From looking at the area, this has not been used in centuries. I could not
Voice in my head.
As soon as you
Voice
started
in my head.
You
I
cut
said
it as soon as you started saying anything there. So
okay, I was gonna say, I don't care. Voice in my head. I know that logic is telling me it hasn't been used in hundreds of years. That means thing.
Yep, that's fair.
That just means it hasn't been used yet in 100 years.
Alrighty. So the party is going to plunk her down and rest a little ways back.
Yeah, we're gonna create the dome. We're gonna do a long rest.
Alrighty. Are people
be
taking
back.
watch? And if so,
Anna will take last watch.
Okay.
I suppose I can take first watch. I don't sleep very long, so.
Kate, are you taking second or third watch?
I'll take third, I guess. That's probably fun.
Okay.
So Syl would be second.
So Roman explosion check for the hut.
And don't explode.
You do
Yay.
explode. Good.
Yay, no explode.
No explosions. So Theo, with you taking first watch, roll me a perception check.
15.
15. Your watch goes by fairly uneventful. As you're sitting there and looking around, like, there's a couple times where you kind of like look over at Anna and you can see just like, as you look over just that moment, you just see Crab again. and actually, yeah, Anna's probably like laying on her back.
Having dreams of like ripping elves apart, tossing them. Eh.
She's like a dog dreaming.
Yeah, she's like, ah! She's trying to blow bubbles.
Crab and it uses bubble beam. It was not very effective. But yeah, all in all, fairly uneventful watch as you wake up Sylvania. Can I get a perception check for Sylvania?
Perception. Oof, it's 5.
5.
Not rolling well for Syl.
Is Sylvania staying in the dome and watching? Is Sylvania moving around? What is Sylvania doing?
Actually, Sylvania would be like dog. Go watch while Sylvania stays in the dome and tinkers or something.
Okay.
So I guess that's for dog.
So dog wanders around and comes back after a little while and lays down inside the hut. And Sylvania looks over at dog, sees like a branch just like sticking out from one of the joints, and it's like very suspicious that dog just like gone past a tree and then laid down for like an hour.
Love it. But no arrows, right?
No arrows this time.
Okay.
Oh
well.
How is Sylvania waking up Kay?
I don't know, gently kicking Kay's foot. Kay, it's your turn.
Okay, he's like, gently, that doesn't seem right. Kicking Kay's foot. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, that's a perception roll for me, I assume, once I begrudgingly get up.
Yeah, and are you staying in the dome or are you wandering about?
I'm staying in the dome.
Okay.
It's nice and appropriately tempered in here for 17.
17. And Kay, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
Also 17.
17. So as Sylvania is kicking your foot to wake you up initially, you can't help but just in the back of your head, hearing the sound of people crying for help. Once you're fully awake and looking around, you don't hear anything. Almost as if you heard it on that cusp of being asleep and being awake. But you sit in the dome and you look around and watch, and nothing terrifying seems to be happening. How are you waking up Anna?
Anna.
Okay.
Anna.
Okay. Yes, okay, what do you want?
Your turn.
Oh, my turn. Anna will watch from outside the dome with her crappy little 9. And she's just gonna do like little jogs around it.
Yeah, so you do little jogs around and just kind of get into your own little rhythm, sing a little tune in your head to keep pace with, and not really paying any attention to what's going on around you at that point.
Yep.
When time finally ends, you go back into the dome, and just for the briefest of moments, you see the asshole bird sitting in the dome, and then you kind of like blink and rub your eyes, and it's gone.
Who the hell is this bird?
I mean, you already know who this asshole bird is.
Kay's headcanon is it's a prince who's like prince or princess who's in love with Theo.
Yeah, but also, whenever I've cast spoke with animals as it's actually visited, it's just said, fuck!
I mean, you've only done that once as well.
It doesn't matter. The only time I've done it, it hasn't been trying to court Theo, and it's been literally screaming at us.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know what connotation fuck the word fuck is being said. Is it saying fuck is in frustration? And if it is in frustration, what kind of frustration is it?
Or is it an invitation?
Or is it an invitation?
Or
Exactly.
some fuck?
Want some fuck? You want yellow? Bitches love
big.
Bitches love yellow. Becky.
Becky says my tail's big. Good times. Ben, just for the briefest of moments, you see the asshole bird sitting in the dome, and then it's gone.
Anna's gonna chalk it up to being tired, and yeah, just her imagination.
Are you supposed to be on the coffee table?
Probably.
Quinn.
Harley
Quinn.
So, Kay, roll me another wisdom save as you're waking up in the morning after all the watches.
So 13.
13. You hear it again, this time louder.
Who the fuck is asking for help?
I'm sorry, it's stuck out of my bag. I'm just trying to get my dagger. Can you please help me, Kate?
Kay's gonna just assume it was Anna and walk over to be like, God, why were you so, like, loud? And then just, like, helps Anna get dagger out of pocket.
I wasn't loud, I was just mumbling. Thank you.
I mean, it was clearly loud to me.
What are you two fighting about this morning?
I wouldn't say fighting.
Arguing?
Anna was loud.
Kate thinks I was loud.
I don't remember Anna being loud.
Thank you, Theo.
Okay. What's this about Anna being loud?
I could swear as I was waking up, I was hearing voices of people asking for help. Same when, like, Syl woke me up this morning. It was just, Anna said she needed help. Yeah. See? So, like, there.
Anna, did you scream for help this morning?
No.
Syl?
Yes.
Yes.
Syl, did you scream for help this morning?
No, not this morning.
Okay.
Also, remember to long rest.
No, quick question. Syl, were you working on any invention that could imitate people screaming or asking for help?
Not tonight, but that does sound like a good idea.
Damn it. Okay, so yeah, but yes, so okay. Okay, no one is screaming. Well, are you sure you weren't dreaming about it?
Oh, I was definitely awake.
Are you sure? You don't seem awake right now. I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I mean that in a tender-hearted way.
I mean, I was this awake, so do with that what you will.
Okay, yeah.
We're headed off to Androsin, whatever.
Yeah. How many days away do you think it is? I ask to no one.
It's southeast, a couple, of probably what 2-3 weeks travel.
Oh god damn it! No snapping, you fucker.
Yes.
Just over. Oh, just. Yeah.
Well, the trip to the mountains is going to be a fair bit longer. I can't make the roll 20.
Yeah.
Like, this area is going to take you longer.
Either way, 3-ish weeks.
Yeah,
about
considering it's most of the way through the mountains going to be difficult terrain, you're looking at probably about 2.5 to 3 weeks, all in all.
Yay.
Woohoo!
Hooray.
And away we go.
So as you're heading out towards, heading out eastwards, you do pass by the altar once more. And Kay, as you're passing by the altar, once again, you hear voices briefly. Muffled, as if you're hearing it through a
Hey, it's
window.
just gonna be like, there they were again! Didn't you hear them?
Nope.
Okay. I don't think anyone is hearing. Wait a minute, real quick. Do you... I don't want to assume it's the crazy magic artifact. But I feel like it might be the crazy magic artifact. Does that make you know?
What language are they screaming for help in?
The DM? So, I need to ask the party heads or tails.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Chaos.
I'm gonna say heads.
Mm-hmm.
And heads means we carry on our journey and Kay doesn't do anything chaotic or stupid, correct?
Yeah.
It's heads.
We're gonna. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Alright.
Cool.
Kay actively is like, I don't know what the fuck that is, and he's gonna keep walking.
Okay. Cool. Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna lean down to Anna and go. I'm pretty sure the elves are talking to him, but we're not going to tell him that or let him know. We're just going to continue on because I'm pretty sure there's some bad fucking mojo in that thing. I think you and I both know fey creatures fucking suck. Let's go.
Yeah, they bathe in fire.
They bathe in fire and these
Can I
do a
roll?
bunch of different things.
You can absolutely
I
roll
roll
a perception check to see if you hear this.
All right, bring it.
Can I roll a sleight of hand?
Ah, crap.
Yeah, you'd have to roll stealth, not a sleight of hand, because you're not sleight of handing notes back and forth in class. You hear it all.
Damn, that was so close.
So, based on what Theo taught us yesterday about this altar, do I know what I need to do to fuck around with this altar? Vaguely.
I ain't telling you shit.
You made observations about the altar last night.
Shit.
You'd have to interact with it physically in order. Like, yeah, you have to go and interact with the altar physically.
So I have to touch it. Is there anything else I need to do?
You're not sure.
Cool. So Kay's gonna walk up to it and touch it. Then,
Roll me
as we're passing by it one last
roll
time.
me a wisdom saving throw.
It's a 3.
What's the highest level spell slot you have?
Technically? Well, slots. Wait, we want slots, not
Slots.
special spells. Second.
So roll me a d2.
Interesting.
Oh dear.
2. As you touch the altar, you feel magic being pulled from you. One of your second level spell slots has been consumed. And as you do, you watch 2 runes light up on the altar.
Sylvania's taking notes.
We've encountered this before, remember? With the other elven lady's house before we went to the Land of Shadows. That's how I opened her secret lab.
You do realize you just told Kay to put more magic into
Please
the altar,
don't.
right?
No, I say that very quietly. I say it stealthily. I rolled a 19 again.
Very
Eat
nice.
that.
Well, at that point, Kay knows nothing, so...
At this point, I already know, but now it's glowing.
So, it's that.
At this
what are
point,
you doing
Kay's
now that
gonna
you've got- You've got 2 runes glowing. What are you doing?
Kay's gonna start touching those runes and seeing what happens.
Are you attempting to resist it drawing magic from you?
Nah. It's fey magic.
How
It
many
feels
spell slots
normal
do you
to
have?
me.
Leave the Arch of Whimsy alone, please.
How
For
many second
second level,
How many second level
2.
spell slots do you have in total?
I have 3
3 in
total.
total, 2 left?
Yeah.
Okay. It draws out the other 2 second level spell slots. You now have 6 runes lit up. Are you feeding it
How
first
many
level
runes
spell
are
slots
there?
as well?
How many rune slots are left?
A total of 10 rune slots, and 6 of them have been lit up.
Sure. Why the fuck not? Let's use the rest of my spell slots. This will be fun and
So you used
chaotic.
4 first level spell slots to activate the others.
Yeah, I am out of spell slots, and we're gonna do a bad
So
thing.
You watch as
and...
Kay goes, like, he touches the altar, and the first 2 light up. Theo's just, like, starts mumbling to themselves, and Kay's like, ooh, neat. And
No,
just
I'm trying to.
cascades the hand around the archway as all these runes light up.
It's bloody called an Arch of Whimsy. Whimsy. You know what whimsy means, right? It means on a whim. It means I feel like it can be anything. It can be from I feel like chocolate cake to I'm going to fucking make this person into a meat puppet and make them dance while they're still alive. You don't know what whimsy is, right?
And you're yelling this at Kay as he activates the last rune. And I'd like everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
I don't like those.
I don't like
Anna's
it
not
either.
good at those.
No.
I
Okay.
get 20!
Yay!
Alright.
20.
So,
Ooh, 25 from
20
Sir
Cyril.
Sylvania.
25, and
Somebody roll for self.
No, Cyril rolled.
14.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
20,
mean,
21,
okay.
25, and 14.
Our party definitely succeeds. Anna might be a little worse for wear.
hooray!
As the last rune activates, the entire party feels the world around them lurch. Those of you who are above a 20, or 20 or above, you manage to stay on your feet and kind of shake it off a bit as you watch the world around you turn to mist and then to nothingness, and then you watch it kind of fading back in. You're still in a forest. Anna, you drop to your knees as the lurch occurs, and your head is spinning as you feel your body being like pulled through realms, and as the world comes back in, you do vomit on the ground. You don't take any damage, but you're not feeling ideal.
That sucked.
And as you look around, you find yourself in the same grove you were in, though you do a little bit of a double take as everything here is more vibrant. Like someone went and cranked the saturation of the world way up.
Okay.
The greens of the forest that you were in are now deep and lush. Hues of blues and yellows can now be clearly seen, like threading throughout the leaves. Flowers, bright and almost aglow, sway in the gentle breeze in the forest. And even though you're a good 8 or so feet away from them, you can still smell their faint aroma. The sky is hues of oranges, reds, and purples as dusk stretches across the sky above you, or possibly dawn, you're not quite sure. And you look around and the altar that you had arrived here with is still there. Though, and it's still there and still available.
Okay.
Before Theo says anything,
No.
does Kay recognize this part of the Fae? Or do I need to roll a perception for that?
Roll me a perception check.
I'm waiting for the website to update because I clicked and I see nothing.
There we go.
Fine.
23.
23.
Okay. You recognize this world. You are 100% back in the Feywilds. You are currently standing in what you know is called a hallowed glade, a magically protected area, but something feels off. You do not recognize this area. You know this as a hallowed glade, but you do not recognize this specific one.
This specific one. Okay.
There's something wrong, though. In the years you spent growing up here, and all the time you've spent exploring the Feywilds, never has it been this quiet. You do not hear any chittering of animals, chirping of birds, and even the buzzing of insects is non-existent. You can hear the breeze rustling through the trees, so it's not like the world is silent. But it seems like no wildlife exists.
Kay's gonna be like, something is wrong.
Did you get it out of your system? Are you happy now? We're in the Feywild, the thing that we didn't want to fucking do, the thing that we wanted to not do because we have another city and another boat to take to another place so we can go and find out the mystery behind you, but now we're here in the goddamn Feywild. Are you happy now?
Kay's gonna look around in the sky to see if there's any sign of unnatural order or a kind of chaos he wouldn't expect within the space to cause the unnatural state of things. Literally 100% ignoring Theo right now because something is wrong and he's kind of home-esque and he's trying to figure out what the fuck is up.
In the sky, no. You're not seeing anything abnormal as you're looking up.
Cool.
Theo's gonna go over to the arch. The runes are, I'm guessing, are still lit up.
They are not.
They're not lit up, so it's like, all right, Kay. All right then. Hope this still works, so we can make it go back from the other side, and I'm gonna freaking touch it.
Okay. Make me a wisdom saving throw.
It's dumb.
Oh, Theo's gonna try and split the party.
I not one.
Nat 1.
I'm too mad. I am too mad.
It consumes all of your spell slots.
Oh, of course it fucking does.
How many spell slots do you have?
I have 4.
What
I
level?
have 2 third levels. My warlock are at 3rd levels, and I have 2 first levels.
So you have 2 third levels and 2 first levels.
Yeah.
9.
So you walk
Wait, 7.
8.
8? Yes.
8.
Yeah.
3, 3, 6 plus 2
Yeah.
is 8. So you watch as it immediately like doesn't even give you the ability to like gradually allow it to consume spells. It just rips them all from you, and you do watch 8 of those runes light up.
Ooh.
Okay,
Ooh, that's a migraine. Oh shit.
Hold on. I need to consult a coin for this one.
Yeah, fair enough.
So heads is apparently the decision of stick with the party. So Kay's gonna be like, something's wrong though. Like, where's the wildlife? Where are the creatures? Where's anything? This is bad. Like, Kay is gonna actively like show concern because something is wrong with the Fae. The Fae is wrong and weird and
The fair is always wrong and weird.
not this wrong and weird. Like, it's chaotic and fiery and like shit's always happening. Look at it. Does this look chaotic and fiery or interesting to you?
You know what? It looks like a place I don't want to be right now, considering we have a place to go. Does anyone want to help me with this fucking arch? Oh shit.
Kay's gonna be like, but it's colorful, it's pretty. What part of this is unattractive to you,
I mean,
really?
you know, honestly, you know what? It might be unattractive in the fact that I freaking know what lives here, and I don't think we have time to deal with this right now.
Kay's gonna be like, tell me, Theo, what lives here? Tell me, the person
Okay.
who's only read of this place in books.
Archfey, fairies, fey creatures, some
Mom,
crazy fey creatures.
Dad, Grandpa, the family pets, anything else?
You know what? Just because you lived here.
DM, would Anna know of any
Beings.
animals that live in the Fae? Like a bug, like a type of bug, so she can use locate animal to see where the nearest thing is?
Roll me a history check with disadvantage.
Damn, why you gotta do me like that? Nope. Alright.
I'm gonna get the ones out now.
Yeah,
and
nat
you
what?
You'd have gotten the nat 1 on there anyways because it was the first side of the roll. But yeah, you had disadvantage because
Yeah, no.
your teachers
Nat 1.
wouldn't have taught you much in regards to the Fae because they didn't know much in regards to the Fae.
No, that's fair. Alright. Oh, I can't immediately help Kay find anything, so Anna will touch the altar.
Okay, are you staying right where you are? Or are you exploring a little bit?
I've already flipped the coin. I've already decided to stay near-ish to the party as much as, like, everything I know and or want to know is screaming otherwise. That was the decision I made, and I'm sticking with it.
Yeah, makes sense. So, Anna, you're spending 2 spell slots on the to activate the last one?
Correct.
Okay, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Or at least a level 2.
Yeah. What, like a level 2 spell? 13 was my save.
What's your highest level spell slot?
Oh, 4.
Roll me a 1d4.
Oh, shiza. 2!
2. Okay, it consumes 1 second level spell slot.
Okay, cool.
And that should be enough to
second
activate
level.
it again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, everybody expecting Constitution saving throw?
Yep,
Yeah.
everyone roll me a constitution saving throw.
Oh, we're all gonna get vomity this time.
Sylvania got a 25 again.
Still not affected at all. She's like, yeah.
Oh, Anna got a 25.
Anna was expecting it.
Yeah, Anna,
She was prepared.
You touched the altar, it stole your spell slot, and then you, like, grabbed on and braced yourself.
Yeah, I'm like, I know it's coming.
Theo just had all his spell slots ripped from him. The 10 is on brand.
And I'd like everyone to roll me a perception check as you're being shunted away from this area.
Oh, shiza. Syl's got a nat 20. Anna's got a 10. So between two of us, at least, someone will have seen something.
Yeah.
Theo had a 24K. Are you rolling perception?
Maybe Roll20 is just being laggy again.
Could be.
Yeah.
Or Kate never clicked the button.
Nathan? Yeah.
Hmm?
Are you rolling perception?
Hold on. It didn't load the thing
Oh, okay.
again.
23. So Anna, you're very focused on don't vomit. Hold on. Don't vomit. Hold on. And you get through fine. Sylvania, Theo, and Kay. As you watch like the forest around you kind of turning to mist as you get pulled away. Kay, you see massive spiders in the woods beyond the glade. You see webs stretched across the trees. And your mind immediately goes back to the things that a lot of the Fae in the Feywilds feared, and that was the spiders and the spider kin, because that was one of their greatest enemies. And the amount of webs and spiders you saw as you watched as the world beyond was fading out was a massive infestation. And then you arrive back in the material plane. Kay and Theo, you immediately drop to your knees and retch and vomit. And yeah, welcome back to the show.
Kay's immediately going to turn to Theo and go, there were fucking spiders in the Fae, and you wanted to run the fuck away? What kind of punk-ass stupid thing is that?
I'm sorry, what? What are you talking about? I got a very high perception, but still.
Yeah, you also saw them, Theo.
You saw the spiders!
I didn't know there were spiders! Let's go back!
Don't you dare even think about that. Spiders don't go in the Fae. Spiders are bad. When spiders show up, everything goes wrong.
Spiders are bad.
Let's think about this for a moment.
Kay is going to look directly at Anna and go, correction, not all spiders are bad. These spiders are bad. Like, direct eye contact of, like, Kay has never had a more serious face ever in his life. Like, all joy, all happiness is devoid from his
voice
face.
got, like, deeper. And
yes, his voice dropped an octave, and it's like, these are bad.
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question, which is, how bad is one of these spiders? Because that looked like a lot. I'm kind of just leaning against...
Kay's gonna be like,
dog.
Kay's gonna be like, oh, one spider is like a cakewalk. It's fine. Like, it's not, one spider isn't something to worry about. That many spiders means something really bad is happening.
So what do the spiders do?
Okay, roll me a... what would this be? Roll me a history check.
18.
18. It seems like an army.
Kay's gonna be like, so, like, occasionally, like, growing up, we'd see spiders, or we'd hear of spiders, like, creeping near the town or whatever, but, like, the scouts would always take care of them. That was never really a big thing, but we were always... Well. Yeah, like, it's so easy, you just squish them. Like, it's not a big deal. Like,
squish them.
Shoot them.
They're as big as you are.
Again, it's fine. They have hammers, big weapons, you shoot them. Like, you do it the same thing that we do with all of the creatures that are trying to hurt us here. But, like, there's, like, maybe, like, in packs of somewhere between 2 to maybe 10. Like, nothing of that scale or size. Like, Something bad must be doing something in the Fae.
So here's my point right now. That thing tapped me. I'm thinking it may have tapped you too.
Okay, it's gonna be
When I
like,
mean by thing, I mean this bloody fucking thing of whimsy that I keep saying.
okay, it's gonna be like, that sounds awfully like a you problem. We just
sounds
have to
awfully like-
immediately come back.
It sounds awfully like we may have been overrun very easily.
I mean, I'm not gonna deny that, but now I have concerns.
Well, yes, of course we have concerns, but running is not always a bad thing. Sometimes running, you just do it so that you can regroup and attack later. Now, I have a crazy question. What were you planning to do if we had stayed there with what looked like an astronomical amount of spiders that you have apparently have practiced killing, but seemed a lot for just 5 of us? Although I'm pretty sure Syl could probably manage 20 on your own.
Sylvania just pulls
Maybe-
a hammer.
Also, Anna, you can become a giant crab, but still.
Hey, it's gonna be like, well, the standard approach is murder, find Fae folk, give them weapons to defend themselves. You know, the standard stuff. But clearly, you're too weak-minded to think that the Fae folk are totally cool and not something to be feared.
Okay.
So you know what? Fine.
You want to call me
What-
weak-minded? Go right the fuck back in, Kay.
I can't!
I know you can't, because you blew it all going in, but...
And you blew it all going out!
Yeah, because we had no fucking need to go in there.
That's an opinion. Whatever. Kay's immediately gonna turn to the southeast and carry on walking in his brutishly, I'm angry at Theo, I'm just gonna storm off in a direction way of doing things.
Usual
You know-
K.
This is the problem. Sometimes dealing with children.
So, Kay might not be in the mood to talk right now, but Theo, a couple things. Do you know what spiderkin are? Are they sentient? And what do they want?
I don't think I do know anything about Spiderkin. I can try and do a quick little
Roll me nature check.
nature check, which is, nothing I'm good at. I have no idea.
12.
No bloody idea.
You have some basic knowledge of spiderkin from
Yeah.
school. So the spiderkin would include things like ettercaps, phase spiders, like any of the actual spider type creatures.
Don't we need an ettercap?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does this interest Syl?
Ettercaps?
Because Syl needs.
Suddenly I'm reminded, oh shit.
Sylvania did not need ettercap stuff.
Yo,
Oh.
caps were required for
Cure.
potential cure for me.
Yeah, that's right. But that was like a red herring or something.
Yeah.
Okay. But yes, we've heard ettercaps before. Anna knows about that.
Ettercaps, like the various,
Okay.
the various giant spider types and all that stuff are also considered spiderkin.
Okay, I think Anna would know roughly about Spiderkin then, because she is familiar with kind of the Underdark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And Anna will walk, obviously not as fast as Kay, and be like, I think we should go and help. There's clearly something going on in the Fae, but I don't think we should go in there with no spell slots,
Yes,
because we will
Thank you.
die.
we will
So-
die. Absolutely.
Is there a port city to the Fae? Some Fae authorities we can report this to? What's the standard procedure when helping in the Fae?
our Fae expert just walked off in an angry rant because I chose the health of the party over, fighting giant spiders.
You chose life.
I chose life, exactly. I chose cat.
Because I am interested in spiders, and I am interested in helping what was a very odd, creepy area that should have been way more lively than it was. But I don't want to die.
I didn't notice, to be honest. I don't, It's I saw a thing that was like, we shouldn't touch this, and then of course the one who touches shit touched the shit, and then I said,
specifically because
"Walk
you
away,
started.
Kay! You can't hear me yelling!"
I started to walk away. I can still hear you sassing me. Kay's gonna turn around, being like 20, maybe 30 feet away, and is gonna be like, bitch, excuse me. You're the one that said, don't listen to the voices, Kay. He's probably crazy. He's probably hearing things that are originating from there.
I did not call you crazy.
We shouldn't help those people. It's probably the best for us. So of course I had to go and check. It was important.
Yeah, I do think they were asking Kay for help. I mean, I just, I don't wanna leave this. I just don't wanna go in a dumb way.
Yes, 100% to Anna. I had absolute valid reasons for you ignoring shit, because sometimes people go, help me, and it ends up being a fucking trap. So, concerns there. Whatever the frick that was, I don't know anything about Spiderkins. I'm gonna be friggin' honest with you. I hate the Fae. I will admit that. That being said, we can't just go in there willy-nilly. We'll die. I don't want to die over there. It's your homeland, it's not mine. I'll be perfectly honest.
we were fine until you immediately wanted to leave and lost all of your super powerful spell slots.
Were we though? There was an army of spiders, and last I saw 4 of us.
That didn't know we were there until, and we didn't know they were there until we faded out of existence.
Exactly. We didn't know they were there until we faded away. We could have been surrounded. We could have died immediately. There would be no squashing or anything. We would have been overrun. So here's the question, Kay. I don't think we should go through the magic whimsy gate. I think we should go through a different gate. Because let's be honest, we're now talking about going back so that you can get your panties out of a twist. Everyone
Kay is immediately going to look for a portal to the. Is there a nearby portal in the closest mile to us now?
The Whimsy Gate.
Outside of that portal, are there any others?
Not that you can sense currently.
Okay.
So here's the problem. Do they know when a gate is they must know when a gate is being activated.
On the other side?
Yeah.
Not really. Like, there are gates and they're like sort of connected, but like it's not like there's a giant alarm bells ringing that is like, oh no, somebody has walked through. Like, this is when Kay is going to be a sassy ass. Wait, Kay can't be a sassy ass prick right now. This is when Kay is going to be sassy, because if we're going to have this floofing argument, Kay is going to literally turn into a puff of smoke, pop behind Theo, come back from being a puff of smoke in arbitrarily quick fashion. I will roll for that in a second. And Kay's going to be like, I don't know, did you notice that? If you didn't notice that, that's the same with portal magic. You don't notice. It's not like there's alarm bells ringing.
Hey. You might be able to do that, but not everyone can do that. Think about more than just yourself for 5 minutes.
I am. You asked if there was an alarm raised when we used a portal, or if anyone noticed. Generally speaking, no.
No, you are not. You are not thinking. You are thinking about you and what you would have done. You're not thinking about what Anna. You're not thinking about Syl. You're not thinking about me. You walked across that bloody river without considering the rest of us. You do this all the time.
Yes,
all the
because
time.
You were fully capable of getting across a river. Why do
you
I?
Know that?
Yes, I did. You were fully capable adults of doing crazy ass magical bullshit. I have seen you fly. You have made people fly. Why is it my responsibility? Why is it my responsibility to expect you to be like, yo, okay, you know what? I suddenly can't fly today. Kay, you take this on yourself. No.
Okay, I'm not saying it's your responsibility. I'm saying that you need to kind of wait and see what the rest of us are going to do. Who knows? Maybe my powers have gone away from me. We had a huge combat before. I'm always going to be able to cast fly. Just like Anna's not going to always be able to turn into a crab. You know?
Well,
but checking in, we're a team, we're a group, we're a team. We generally try and make sure that each of us are okay before we go headlong into danger, which you always do. You always go headlong into danger.
It's not always dangerous.
Well, in this case, it is.
That's an opinion.
Gate. Mountain full of spiders. Mountains full. I don't have expert with spiders. Luckily, Annah does, and luckily you do. But we can't just go in with our pants down. We need to think about shit first.
Kay's gonna begrudgingly be like, and yet we're standing here arguing because we're not thinking about shit. We're arguing semantics when people clearly need help. You're
arguing in circles.
What
I'm trying to tell you is that
take the lead. You take the lead. I will follow. Whatever, master. And then Kay is going to walk up to the nearest tree and attempt to climb it because he's done with Theo. Also because we're going to spend the rest of this portion of the campaign of Jamie and I role-playing an argument, and that doesn't seem worthwhile. I'm going to roll acrobatics to climb,
and just turn and just squirrel his way up a tree.
Did Kay explode when you did gaseous form?
I also didn't explode when I did gaseous form. I rolled a 14.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
I didn't announce it, but I rolled it in...
It would have been absolutely hilarious. It's like, see, and it's like, goes into gaseous form, and then just this explosion.
Suddenly alarm goes off.
Yeah. It just casts alarm and triggers it. It's like,
alarm.
It's like, see, there's no alarm. So, yes, there is. There's literally an alarm there.
So Kay is up a tree being angry because Theo is being perfectly reasonable in the dumbest way possible.
So, real talk here. We get our spell slots back. We prepare to go in. Somebody sacrifices spells.
Or everybody sacrifices some spells.
What if, you're not here, Kay, what if everyone's invisible when we go in?
That would probably be... See, there we go. That's a plan. Because as soon as we go in there, we can't just go in there and fight. I think that's a death sentence. How many people can you turn
invisible, Anna?
This is a great question. I'm glad you asked.
It's a concentration spell, so you can't do it on more than one person, or can't cast it more than once at a time.
Oh my gosh, where is invisibility? There we go. Blah blah blah.
I think Sel can also cast invisibility.
A creature you touch, blah blah blah. I can only turn 4 people invisible.
And Sylvania does not have invisibility.
No, she does not.
So at minimum,
can
dog
technically turn it. Yeah.
And Kay, while you can't turn into a gaseous cloud, you move excessively slow.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, slow is better than being seen by the party, and let's be clear, they're going to be moving archaically slow too. Because they're not good at stealth. Hell, Syl clanks her way through every scenario.
So we stealth our way in, and then the people must live there. Even if they're all maybe attacked by spiderkin, there's got to be like a house or a village or something, even if it's emptied, that we could set up as a base of operations. Maybe get some answers. Like, there's got to be a place to go. It can't just be a forest for miles with nothing.
I agree. Also, we need kind of information on Spiderkin. I know, up there probably knows everything there is to know, but we kind of need to, like, is there, like, a spider queen? Are they just, do they just travel in packs like wolves? I know very little about spiders, other than the fact that they're icky. So, no offense, Anna.
That's okay.
And, like, cats are
Spiderkin are no joke.
He didn't mean it.
Yeah. Yeah, my pocket spiders. These spiders different than what I assumed those spiders were. Sorry, I put them back.
It's okay. It's just when you whip them out like that, it's very... I didn't realize they were that hairy. Well, okay. Oh.
What does Syl have that could help with stealth? Not a lot.
Incredibly unstealthy.
Syl does anything in relation to stealth?
Apparently not. That's okay. Pass without trace. Makes you and your companions, like, masks you from detection.
Yeah.
So I can choose Syl, and they'd get a bonus to stealth, and can't be tracked except by magical means.
Yeah. So
we've got some options to get in. Yeah. Once we're in, I'm just concerned about discerning where to go. Which direction is safest. Like, maybe there's a resistance, a whole rebellion, because clearly people are still alive there because somebody called out to Kay for help.
There's possibly another thing we can try. And I'm gonna pull out Stella. I have a snake. She's a celestial creature, but, you know, we can use her to scout if we get in there and find a place to just hide and then try and scout the area.
Yes.
You know? I'm sorry, Stella, you might have to become a bird again. I'll let you choose the bird this time. Do you not want to? It's only because, you know, as a bird, you'll be able to fly around a lot easier. Although, I don't want you to get eaten by a giant spider. That would be bad.
I don't either.
Yeah, I know you hate it, but, you know, it's for the benefit. It's for being alive, Stella. It's for being alive. Unless you think you can move quick enough as a snake, which I don't think you can. You have 30 feet of movement. Yeah. Although, that being said, what's your stealth? Technically, she has a +3 in Dex, but...
Not bad.
So... But, yeah, maybe we can try that.
Than Sylvania has.
Yeah.
And Sylvania has disadvantage on top.
Although, as an owl, she wouldn't provoke an opportunity attacks when it flies out of enemy reach. And they have advantage on perception checks. So I might turn you back into an owl. I know you hate it. I know owls eat snakes, but it's just, you know, it's just for a little bit, I promise. I will do the ritual to turn it back into an owl tonight. And then we'll have a, you know, in an hour I get, you know, after a short rest, I get my 2 warlock spell slots back, but, you know.
We should probably, if we're going through tomorrow, let's all just gain everything back.
Yeah.
You turn Stella at the last minute so she doesn't have to suffer.
Yeah, no. That's a ritual, so I'll do that right before.
I see.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Should we contact anyone to let them know?
Yes, absolutely. We should contact someone to maybe get some help. Absolutely, we should contact
so who are you
someone.
going to contact?
I'd like to use my lifeline. Can I call a friend?
Depends on which friend.
Irrithane? Because Cran can't do anything.
Cran can...
How are you getting contact with Irrithane?
Yeah. Cran has the message zone. The best thing to probably do, though, would be to get... This is the crazy shit. So if we can get Cran to go and go to what's her name and see if we can get information.
Sword. Inra?
Yeah, Inra.
It's like when you
think Inra?
It's like which what's her name are you referring to? Like it's Indra, Captain of the Guard, who Anna's like. By the way, Zane says hi.
Yeah.
By the way, Zane says hi. Yeah. Or we could ask and see if No, I don't want to send Crane down there to grab to see Zane.
No.
Especially when Zane wants shit from us.
He doesn't
Yeah.
want shit from us. He offered us a deal and we didn't take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know who we can... Like, the only person we could ask, we wrote a letter to, and we haven't gotten that reply back yet.
We don't know that.
Yeah.
Okay. So maybe we just tell Cran where we are relative to Nodalive.
Yeah.
What the ruins looks like, where we're going,
Yeah.
and if we don't check in X amount of time
Yeah.
to, I don't know, send some sort of...
I don't know how much time. I don't know how much time the Feywild moves compared to relative time.
How does time
Because-
work?
Yeah, how does time work in the Feywild compared to...
Okay, roll me a history
No.
check.
Me?
Or Arcana. Your choice.
What if...
Doesn't matter. I know
You
jack
don't know.
shit on this topic.
You were in the Fae, and then you were out of the Fae, then you were in the Fae, then you were out of the Fae. You have no clue.
Well,
At the very least, Cran can know. We should tell Cran. There's a chance the message stone might work in the Feywild too, so we can give her updates of what the hell is happening.
say, hey, this is where we're going. We're going to message you once we get there to see if it works.
To see if it works. Yeah.
Okay. This could just be a primarily scouting mission at first, too. Because clearly we've established it goes both ways.
Yeah.
And we have no reason to believe it'll break.
At the
DM.
moment.
So...
Don't break it, DM!
You go through and the altar shatters into a bajillion pieces.
Jesus. What the shoddy fake craftsmanship.
Also, you know, we don't have to go right now. We could go back to the Elven City, grab them, and go, hey, what the fuck do we do about Spiderkins? And then come back.
I like that because it lets us talk to Irithane, who is a buddy.
Yeah.
Who maybe has reason to care about our well-being.
He will be so happy to see us again. Let's be honest.
Hey!
But you go the other way.
Yeah, but we decided that we want to get involved with the war in the Feylands.
Out.
No, I like that. Going back to Nodalive.
Yeah.
Alerting the authorities, because they will care about the Fey.
I
Right?
don't think so. But we have someone there who can get us information. Particularly, like weaknesses, kind of people these are, maybe there are maps of the Feywild. Since the gates of Altars of Whimsy just hanging around in their forest.
Yeah, they might have information on that specific altar.
Exactly.
Yeah,
you know?
okay.
Exactly. So I think it's probably a good idea to go back, get an assessment of things, and then come back, and then, we go gung-ho going for things, and, Kay's not going to like it, but at least we'll be better prepared and not just go in and have to fight our way through a bunch of spiders.
Should we put it to a vote on heading back to Nodalive?
So, I have no idea if these spiders are poisonous or not.
Oh, maybe antidotes. We can stock up on that.
I have questions. I don't know a lot about spiders, but I know that there are some that are ambushed. I know that there are some that like to burrow. I know there are some that live in trees. I know there are some that eat birds. I know some that are super poisonous.
DM, do I know if they're attracted to light?
Would highly depend on the spider.
All right, fair enough.
I know that there are some that, come at you with their little pins of claws. Sort of. There's some that get really, really, really big, and I don't know what kind of spiders these are. Are these the burrowing kind? Are these the web you out of the sky kind?
We might get information on what kind they are, too. I like that.
I
Still, are you okay if we go back?
Yeah, I think that's fine, guys. Let's go back.
Let's be honest, Sil would already be opening that archway again.
Yeah, it's
Most
true.
likely.
But, oh no, Sil is smart enough to know that if you don't have spell slots and you don't have spell slots and I got rid of a spell slot,
Yeah. Yeah,
Sil does rely on us as much as we rely on her.
Sylvania relies on you
self-
to have no sense of self-preservation, does not require Sylvania to not have sense of self-preservation.
Yes, because Sylvania left us to die with the dragon,
Yeah.
with Big Spot Harry. So,
Sil cannot be relied on in that regard.
I think Sil wants to go back, but is reasonable enough to say, let's go back with the plan.
Yeah.
Kay is reasonably comfortable in his tree.
No, he can stay in that tree for the rest of the day.
I have a feeling he's going to be staying in this tree for more than a day.
Oh.
Okay. Do you want to go back to Nota Leve with us?
Kay's immediate response is no.
Okay.
Actually,
Kay is
Annah, roll
still
me an
very
intelligence check
grumpy
for
with
Sylvania.
Theo right now.
Ooh, int. Oh, which is up and not a saving throw. Sorry, I have my sheet over hers, like a
Okay.
jerk. 13.
13. Sylvania would probably also mention the idea of finding another, like, trying to find another way in as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because if this place is bad, doesn't mean all places are bad.
That's a good,
Right.
that's a good idea. If there's one bloody whimsy gate here, then there might be another whimsy gate somewhere.
And not necessarily even in necessarily Showmist of Woods either. Like,
Yeah.
there are gates that go into the Feywild all over the world. It's a matter
Everywhere.
of finding an area to go into.
Mm-hmm.
And whimsy gates are also not the only way to enter the Feywilds. They're just a physical marker that can be used in that location.
They're a blatantly obvious way of going into the Feywilds.
I can ask Beelzebub to discern us a direction, much in the same way I asked for help finding the book back at the temple.
Do we want to ask the Eldritch Being for help?
I just assumed the person that I talked to, which was like Beanard, is not actually Beanard, but it's like Beelzebub.
Beelzebub. Yeah.
It's like, let's ask literally Satan.
We'll go in there and help the fairy from the spiders. I know. We'll ask Satan.
So see.
Satan will steer us right. Hey, Satan!
No.
What's kind of
How do we save the fairies, Satan?
please help?
Sorry.
Yeah, you know what? Frigate. What level of spell is that? Divination is a level 4 spell. Let's roll for some explosions.
I mean, like, I quite literally can't, like, we could go.
Cool. So I did not explode.
Okay.
Anna is offering up a potion of cold resistance
Okay.
to Beanard / Beelzebub, and would like to know the nearest entry to the Fae that is not the whimsy portal we just came through. You have to be careful.
Specificity, because otherwise it would have been like there's a whimsy here right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not that.
How Aaron at the start of this is like, it's called an altar of whimsy, but it's just a whimsy gate.
It's a whimsy gate.
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's a
Not-
whimsy gate.
It's fine.
No, it's a whimsy gate now. Like a whirly gig, it's a whimsy gate.
Yeah, so she's gonna focus on that and offer it up and think really hard about the buzzing of Beanard and like some weird, creepy beetle fly construct in the sky, and hope for an answer.
Let me just take a quick look look at divination again.
Oh, yes. Now we really have to rest, because I can't turn into a crab.
Yeah, yeah, we really need to rest.
Kay's literally going to spend the next eternity in a tree.
Oh. It's okay. We're going to find another portal in. Don't worry, Kay.
I mean, yeah, but the thing is, if we're gonna find another portal in, Kay has priorities, and that means he's gonna want to go to, towards, what is it, Androssen? Again, Kay's gonna be a dumbass and leave the party for a bit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fine.
In the world of Kay being a salty ass fuck, right now he doesn't want to deal with Theo, and anywhere Theo goes is not a place that he wants to.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Theo is his dad, and we all know this, but we all know Teenage Rebellion all too well. So, like, yeah, right now, like, Theo is the angry uncle that got shafted with the teenager for the summer, and the teenager wants dick all to do with him.
Yeah, Theo chastised him, and he didn't like hearing it.
No, so
he's
he's
like,
like,
you can't tell me what to do.
You can't tell me what to do. You're my
150%.
supervisor.
Yeah.
150%. So, like,
He's
Kay,
ridiculous.
She's so
I mean-
small.
He's so small.
the thing that's throwing me about your cat, Mel, is the fact that she's close but far enough from the camera that you can turn and block her perspective, and she still looks super big. Like, she still looks as big as, like, Stitches in this shot, really. Just, but it's like, I don't know how big this cat is.
Yes.
So Mel, you cast divination. And what would it say? Actually, let's stick with the cryptic omens that it gave you, like with the altar.
Okay.
You feel a very strong wind rush past, going southeast. Like, there's no need to, like, raise, like, lick your finger and raise it. It's like, which direction is the wind going? It is, like, a hard gust that just, like, hits you in the back and makes you stumble a couple steps forward. And as it does, the potion falls from your hand and shatters on the ground.
All right. Southeast.
This is not the way we're going.
Yes. Awesome. Everybody, eyes peeled for portals. Follow the wind. Yeah, that's all I got. When do we want to rest?
Yeah, so here's the next question. Southeast is the direction we were originally planning to go. Do we still want to double back, or just keep going?
What's the nearest settlement? Drossen?
Well,
nearest
settlement
settlement
you are
is
aware of. The elves do have various settlements all throughout the forest, but you don't necessarily know where they are.
Right. So rather than no to Leve, let's go there and ask for help. Sorry, go on, Kay.
No. I mean, if we're going to Ardrosen, Kay might follow. Because specifically speaking, Kay is being a self-centered little prick right now. I don't know if you've noticed. So, like, he has
thunk it.
So there's only two things he cares about: figuring out who the fuck he is, and really figuring out what's going on in the Fae. So if we go to Ardrosen, that's fine. Or in that general direction, it's probably okay.
It might be a good idea to have Cran go talk to Ibra.
Either way, yeah. See if we can get additional information.
See if she can find some information while we're walking, just in case. And hopefully Inra doesn't, I don't think she'll do anything to Cran, but hopefully Inra still likes us.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Hopefully,
Yeah, so then... Can you guys give Cran a description of the spiderkin you saw? Like, to maybe help differentiate?
I'm going to take out one of my things, and I'm going to quickly draw a picture of what I saw really quickly with my pen.
Okay.
And then I'm going to cast Minor Illusion and kind of just make it pop off of the page and be like, this is what it looked like.
Okay. And give Cranner whereabouts. Do I kind of recognize said Spiderkin based on the little that I know?
Also, the fact that I have a minor image floating off of my page.
Yeah, I imagine you like draw it on your page, and as you lift up the pen, the spider kind of rises up from the page itself.
Sweet.
This was kind of the best look I got of it.
Also, keep in
You
mind
know,
there
as
was
before I vomited.
various types of spiders.
Yeah.
Oh, there was more than one type.
More than
Okay.
one type.
I'm
Gotcha.
gonna try, did I see a bunch of them? Like,
Yeah, you, Kay, and Sylvania all saw like various spiders and like a whole bunch of different
Okay.
types of spiders.
best of my memory, I'm going to try and draw as many as I could remember.
Yeah.
Do we
and
know
roll me a
if that's
nature check.
normal?
Yeah, I can roll a nature check.
Nature.
And roll me a
24.
performance check for your drawings.
Performance.
Like-
You're not very good.
That's okay.
You
I'm
That's
not
are
very
okay.
good at
okay. You're a little
drawing.
bit fuming. You've forgotten
I'm
some
not-
of the major details.
I'm also just disgusted by spiders. I'm like, ugh.
Do we know if it's
Draw this in my
normal
book.
that different types of spiderkin would be congregating in an army fashion? Or is that kind of weird?
So, Anna, with your 24 on nature, from at least from what you're aware as far as like regular spiders go, this is weird. Like,
Okay, yeah.
and, like
It
giant
doesn't-
spiders aside, like having a whole bunch of different types of spiders, like in that kind of proximity to each other, that are just mulling about in a potentially organized fashion, that is weird. That is not normal by any means. And
Okay.
the way that like Theo and Kay and Theo and Sylvania explained it, because Kay's still up in a tree. It's almost as like it sounds more like a
Mind control.
behavior that you would see out of like a colony of ants.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like this weird thing that happens in bugs sometimes where they're not themselves because there's these weird hormones that enter them and then they do weird things, sometimes being controlled by some other bug, sometimes a plant. This doesn't seem normal for spider behavior.
That sounds awful, to be honest.
Yeah.
A whole bunch of like pheromones and interfering with someone and making them not do things they normally would. Sounds like puberty.
That sounds like puberty. Can't we take him to Omega and buy him some dances?
It's just I think there's something bigger here than the spider kin. I think that's a facet to what's going on. And it's really strange that there's a different types. I did not expect that.
Do you want anything else in case? Do you want me to supply you with anything in case you need to perform divination again?
No, that's okay. I might buy some gems when we're at Andrasen.
All right.
Like a nice sapphire or something to sacrifice. Yeah, because even my pocket spiders, 2 different kinds, one in each pocket. They don't want to play. See, they're hissing, they're spitting at each other, they're angry. I gotta keep them separated.
I didn't know they could hiss. I didn't know that was the noise they could make.
Learning a lot.
I'm not good. You know what? I would rather talk about? I'd rather talk about Slugworth. I'll be perfectly honest.
Okay.
He's completely harmless and he heals me, and doesn't hiss.
It's true.
I'd
He
rather
just
talk-
tries.
He just drives, and I'm strangely okay with that.
Alright. Do we want to just stroll in the direction of southeast and then
Yeah.
take a break at
Yeah,
nighttime?
Let's stroll at the very least. We can do a short rest. I can
Doing
get
a
back
short
some
rest and
smell
strolling
salts.
southeast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think a short rest works.
Short rest.
Okay.
I can get
Theo
some
gets
spell slots back.
Get some spell slots back.
Yeah.
Gives
I
Kay
do
an
not
hour to
get anything
calm
back.
down in the tree a little bit.
Brood in a
He's
tree.
probably just gonna stay in the
Birding in
tree.
the tree, yeah.
Well, no, if you're going southeast, that's towards one of his goals, so he's, like, probably going to be from, like, 60 feet back following you.
Just
That makes
begrudgingly
sense.
following along.
So, what I'm
Again,
since we're not
from
doing this
60 feet back.
Since we're not doing this anymore, I send Stella. And so, as Kay is walking, eventually a snake climbs up him and just coils around his shoulders and just hangs out.
Aww.
Kay's just like, hi, Stella.
And Stella looks up at you. You can't hear a word that Stella says.
Kay assumes
She
Stella
flicks her
says
tongue.
hi.
She flicks her tongue against your cheek.
Wait, because Kay thinks Stella is an animal, Kay is going to cast Speak with Animals and assume that he can speak with Stella. I don't know if it's going to work because Stella's a celestial creature, but Kay's going to do Speak with Animals anyways.
Is Speak with Animals a spell slot?
Kay got a surge that made it so that it never surges anymore. That being said, it is still a spell slot.
Oh, it is. But do I get any back from my short rest? I don't remember. No, I don't. Never mind.
It still costs a spell
worry
slot,
about it.
but it does not. It cannot surge anymore for you.
Yes. Well, it's fine. Carry on. Kay's just gonna try, be like, fuck, I'm out of magic, and be salty about it. And still blame Theo.
Yeah. You have Stella now, so...
So as the party carries on southeast, Theo, I'm assuming you have to head out just due to time.
Gotta pick up the husbando.
Yeah. In that case, we'll call the session here. And we will pick up again in a couple of weeks.
We have a plan. I'm excited.
There is makings of a plan.
It only took us the last hour and a half.
Also,
Role playing we have to do. There's some
Cran.
fake fighting.
Oh, yes, we are contacting Cran.
Okay. So we'll say that during your short rest, you contacted Cran. What all are you asking Cran to do?
Cran, you could, and if you're comfortable, could you maybe go speak with Inra, Captain of the Guard? Tell her that Annah and Theioryn sent you. And if she's able to tell her that we found ourselves into a bit of a situation with the Feywilds, and that we may need some help getting info on Spiderkin. And if she could possibly help us get that help, that would be most appreciated. And would definitely mean that we would keep Kay out of Anna Nodell a little longer. Which I'm sure she'd be happy with all.
What's gonna happen when Kay learns to self-teleport places?
Uh-oh.
She's gonna go places. Also, I just want to remind everyone that Kay is still walking broken for the rest of us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It is 100% still tentacle arms.
He tried to walk away. He was just flapping in the wind.
I remember that each time you was like storming off, and it's hilarious.
I mean, Hay doesn't notice. It's everything is fine for him. Y'all have just reached the point where it's almost normal at this point.
Yeah, it's just his arms flap.
But you
only
when
to you.
Stomping away. It's hilarious because you know you're stomping away. The rest of them just you turn and then arms go like noodling behind you. So they don't get like the like harumph like the stomps. They just.
I mean, I'm willing to bet they absolutely see my shoulders and my body jostle like I'm stamping.
Oh, for
but
sure.
Instead of stamping, it's just the waves on my legs just increase in ferocity. So it's like
You stop and turn for a brief moment, and your limbs just blue.
And then I start climbing a tree, and everything's normal for a few
normal.
moments.
Yeah, I just had to remind people of that.
Oh, for sure, it is a glorious thing.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so yep, we'll call the night, or we'll call the session here. Thank you to my players. It was a delight. We got to see something that's going on in the Fae. We got to have another spat between Kay and Theo. And
Sorry if we made people uncomfortable. We promised it was all pretend.
Yeah.
Well,
They are friends.
I'm very good. It
100%
was all
all
just
pretend.
like in character.
Yeah.
In
Nathan and I
character
are-
bitches.
Yeah. Nathan and I are still friends at the end of the day.
Oh yeah.
Excuse you? What, bitch?
Wait, what? Okay.
Friends off. Table flip.
Table.
Alrighty, but have a good night all. Don't party too hard, and we'll be back next week with the MW campaign.
To the desert.
Yeah. to the
Bye.
desert.
Bye.